Jay, what was it like playing against Horford in the playoffs, and what's it going to be like playing with him?
It was a challenge in the playoffs. He's such a great player. He knows exactly what to bring to the game of basketball, to a team. And it's no coincidence that wherever he goes, he wins. Since his college days on, he's been a winner. He's been a winner. So I think he brings leadership to us. He brings a winning mentality. And I know for sure he's great at what he does, and that's protect the rim and score at a high rate and rebound at a high rate.
Jay, how much has the mentality of the team this year maybe changed from the past couple of years in terms of, that first round playoff thing? I mean, we've got to show that we belong among
I think we have the confidence right now, of course, and I think we just have to withstand it and get better and take each day, each game as a challenge to get better, because at first our goal was to make it to the playoffs. Okay, we're beyond that point now. We have to really focus in on winning once we get there, but it can't happen without going through the whole season and building with one another. And I feel like that's what we've got better at. We're going to get better at it. We're going to take each game serious because when it comes down to it, those games that we played before it count. And I think that we know that. Success, home court advantage going into the playoffs, getting past the first round first. Because 2 years in a row we've got there and same results basically, and I feel like we got to progress from that. And beyond finishing further than what we did the year before is always progression. I think that's what we're shooting for.
You guys have as a lot of individual players, as a team, guys who've been overlooked, now it's a little different now. Expectations are higher. People talk about you guys as like one step away from that league class. How do you maintain, I guess, the mentality that helps you guys kind of get not slip?
Well, reality is we've built an image now to be like a household name, which with a couple of players who was nobody before we had the opportunity here. So now we have to take the next step. The next challenge is to be a great team, and we're getting good recommendation as players, but our team is stalled out in the first round the past 2 years. So it just takes on the more challenge of a team perspective in winning ball games. It's okay to have all the personal accolades, but at the same time, your team has to win games, and I think that's what I'm focusing on more so than myself, because I feel like I know what it takes to do what I have to do each and every night. Now, how do I get my team to win? How do I do more to win a basketball game when it counts? I think that's the step we're going to take next, is just winning ball games and not worried about individual accolades or where we at individually. Just where we at team success, and the rest of it take care of itself.
Looking back, how hampered were you personally with your injury at the end of last season, and how much better? How do you feel now?
Yeah, I was not close to 100%, but I felt like I couldn't sit out. I couldn't take any day off, because at that time we all need to be hands on deck, and I just tried to suck it up as much as possible, but it limited me a lot. But I just felt like my spirit, just being out there with the guys and fighting, was more than just taking that game off, taking that series off, or sitting out, anything like that. I just had to get out there. And it's unfortunate that it happened, that the injury happened that late in the year, and I thought I was ready to go and bounce back, but I was more fatigued. My ankle was more fatigued than I really realized. And right now I'm healthy. I took a lot of time off right when the season ended, and I've trained my mind. And the way I finished the season last year really gave me a chip on my shoulder to even get better and to get in the lab and work and get better at the things I need to work on. And I think everything happened for a reason. Oh yeah, I've been here for like 2 weeks now, so I've played pickup with him. I've talked to him. I'm gonna continue talking to him. I just tell him there's a lot going to be happening. It's gonna look fast. It's gonna look like you just gotta find a way to slow everything down. And I've been preaching and preaching and preaching, and you have to get a routine. I'm gonna keep telling him, get a routine, and it'll slow everything around you down. He's gonna be a good player, I think. Personally, I think he's gonna be a good player, and I think he has to find out what he does at this level great and stick to it and just build off of it. It'll be a good challenge for us to mentor him, us older guys to mentor him, and make sure everything in his life is what it should be off the court, just to slow everything else on the court down for him, so he can just focus on basketball-related activities and focus on getting better as a player.
Jay, with protests that take place during the year in sports, what's your opinion on that?
I think it's good to shed light on our country and what we need to change in. I think it's me personally, I'm going to take a different approach. I like to do more team stuff, not to seclude myself away from the team as much as other players have, but I do stand behind those guys who have did what they have done. But I do want to do something to shed light on that our country needs change, and that's the way I want to go about it. I don't know what exactly that's going to be yet, but I'm sure something will take place to shed light on. We just need change. We need to come together as one, as our country is going through a lot right now. That's what I take on it. Any other questions? That was big. I think us athletes have to take advantage of the stage that we're on. Like we're at a high level. We're held on a high level, and we have a platform to shed light on the situation in a positive way. Try to make positive out of it. You can't fix negative problems with negative energy. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to do anything negative. I want to do something positive to shed light on the situation. I want to get better. I don't want to keep going back and forth. I want to get better. And I think as a whole, our organization is in the same feel the same way I want. They want to get better, we want to change, and we have to do it together. And I feel like those guys use that platform well. I think more athletes should do the same, because you can't do it with any hatred. You can't do it with any negative response back. You just got to do it with positive energy and positive moving forward with the whole country as a whole. So I liked it.
Final question.
More of taking the ball out of Isaiah's hands and letting him make plays off a closeout, letting me drive some and kick out to him, because he's a hell of a knockdown shooter when his feet are set, and just trying to be better with the ball in my hands and make plays. That's all. And of course, staying good at what I bring to the team, and that's driving the ball and knocking down the shot. I just want to get better each and every year and bring something else to my game. That's one thing that I've worked on. Thank you, guys. What's that? One more. I'll do one more.
Seems a little offended when Kevin didn't sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there even a bigger chip on your shoulder this year than before? You take that stuff internally, you kind of taking the Celtic pride, and how do you approach the season with that person?
I'm a competitor. That's what drove me to say what I said. Of course, I got a chip on my shoulder. Of course, they have a bullseye on their back. That's just the way that it's going to be. I don't hate him. I don't like the decision, but I don't hate him. I'm a competitor, so they're going to get out their shot. And it's just all basketball-related things. And I'm just a competitor. That's what came out that day. I don't dislike him as a person, but I do want to compete against him right now. I'm eager to compete against him, and I'm sure it'll be fun. That's all it was. I was just a competitor, and my competitive side came out that day, and it was my first time ever being in a situation like that with guys trying to recruit a guy from free agency. So it was a little different for me, but now I see how that side of it goes. So I'll be more prepared for it next time. I won't put all my eggs in one batch, like I did.